screen. Last week you turned up pissed, shit-faced, and you still didn't do what you've done tonight. Hi everybody, sorry we're a bit late. Seems Graham's got a thing about clicking. He opened 2 instances of the same software, and you can only access the cameras with 1 instance. And then he forgot to click some other shit as well, so just one of those things. Just one of those things. Silly sausage. I got carried this shit now. Get yourself on fucking screen. Get on screen. I'm not taking this alone.
I was enjoying my private shame.
How you doing, Pickle? You all right?
I'm fine, yeah.
Your cheeks are quite rosy.
I know.
Cheeks are quite rosy.
Yeah.
How you doing, Cherry?
Cool. Really good.
Got any of your ladies watching tonight?
Nah.
Gents?
Yeah. No.
It's mix, isn't it?
Mix.
MX.
Who?
None of them. Transvest.
Oh, right.
An airline in America's just done that, haven't they? You can now tick MX.
Huh. It's not as good as the airline here, which took off from London to fly to Dusseldorf and instead flew to Edinburgh. By accident. Very nice. Hello, welcome to Trigger Warning. We didn't have a Trigger Warning last week because we did a live league show. Nearly didn't have a Trigger Warning this week because Graham just fucked it all up. But we're here now. We're on liveleague.com. We got Troll Central here. Who've we got in? Travis1991. Hello. Cup of tea, says John. Never fucked up like this.
Come on.
It's true.
I didn't know the box was off, and then, yeah.
It's true. It's all right. Got Fat Belly in as well, and some other guys here, Borgia, and some Tosser I saw before. Hello, sir, and Aphid Lip, and all the regulars, including Cypher This and Mike Oxmore, and Darwin's Dream. Hello, and Smoke Steve. I'm going to be reading names all night. That's over in Troll Central and liveleak.com. We're also live on the Book of Face, facebook.com/triggerwarningtv, and YouTube. Trigger Warning TV on YouTube as well, which goes all the way over to triggerwarning.tv/live, where some triggerists are probably being logged out of chat regularly, I guess. That's what happens. Got Uncle Neck Cutter, Mr. Candyman. Is that a reference to the Candyman film, or is it a pedo thing? They have sweets, don't they? They have sweets. Got Greg Topple in. He's actually, do you know what? He's put a comment up that isn't complaining. That's good. That's very good. Borgia says, why everybody is so sensitive these days. I missed old time when we can say anything. Where are you from, Borgia? Just out of interest. Where are you from? Equix is in as well. That's nice. How are we looking on social media, Graham, before we dig into the meat of the show, before anything fucks up again?
Yeah, we're good. Everyone's happy that the sound and video are both finally on.
Hey.
Hayden said all good. Natalie was a bit annoyed. She could have finished the episode of SG. That she obviously cut short.
What's SG?
I don't know. It just says SG. Stargate?
Can't be Stargate.
I don't know. SG.
Natalie's way too cool for Stargate, surely.
I don't know. People get these weird addictions, don't they? Yeah, Natalie, please let us know what it was you weren't watching. She's very happy with that. Stephen has said, any of you going to the Man City versus Brighton semi-final? Brighton gonna whip you. Also, any updates on dogging sites in Manchester? Be much appreciated. Cheers.
Hang on. How much didn't they just play Brighton recently? Brighton lost. I'm not sure. I don't think Brighton are going to whip Man City. Could be wrong. I just don't see it. But no, I'm not going to the game. I don't go to football games as a rule. Greg Topple wants to know if he's hit a nerve. Yeah, you've cut me deep, dude. I was just reading it while I was waiting for shit to work.
It was Stargate, by the way.
Was it?
And everyone,
Natalie, come on, you can do better than that.
Everyone's very happy about that because apparently that's just something that we should know. SG, yeah.
An SG to me is a guitar.
Yeah, I thought it was as well.
That's what an SG is. Givey Gvidden says, oh, fucking Manx up in here. Where are you from, Givey? Do tell us. It's nice to know where people are from. Strong username's just called Greg Topple, Greg Gobble. That shouldn't be as funny as I've just found it. Gobble in the UK is a slang term for a blowjob.
It's a good one. I've not heard that.
It is. I've not
ages.
heard it for years. Giz a gobble. That makes it sound like I used to hear that regularly, which is not good. Cup of Tea wants to know what I think about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer being Man United manager. Couldn't care less. Givig Vidden is from Liverpool. Too easy. I'll leave it alone.
Anon 11K688 said, I thought you had sacked Cherry, and where's the twat from last week?
John, we want John to come back more often as well, though. We need more John. Not sack Cherry yet.
Yet.
Always yet. Never let anyone get too comfortable. Never let anyone think they're indispensable. Ever.
Bulletproof, mate.
I've not presented much of an argument for that this week, have I? Help me, Hayden.
There's just no one else waiting for the job just yet. You're fine for now. That other guy I was talking to just like at the end of last year was just too busy. I mean, never told you about that, did I?
No.
No.
I can see why you saved it for us being live on air, though.
Well, you know, it's best to do that, isn't it? It's keeps it nice and fresh. Before we get into the things I do want to talk about, I hear that Facebook is now blocking white nationalists.
Oh, nice. Really?
I'm fine with that. But
How does it know, though?
did he mean racist white nationalists or just white people that are nationalists? I don't think you can ban people just for being nationalists.
No.
Was it only people that want a white nation?
I don't know.
What about black nations?
Yeah, I know, that's the thing, though. The problem with those Facebook rules is they bring them in and then they very quickly... Like, the hate speech laws they had have done really well at protecting men. People say, oh, fuck all men, I hate men, and the people have been getting mass banned for that.
We have to, don't you? That's fair and...
Yeah, so
proper.
if they get rid of white nationalism, they're going to have to get rid of black power, black pride, all that stuff will go as well, because it's all in the same area of thinking.
Bet it doesn't.
Ted Cruz will get on it. He always does eventually, doesn't he?
Yeah, when someone tells him 8 times and writes it down in
Yeah.
crayon, Ted Cruz gets on it. But at least he will get on it at some point. But yeah, it's an interesting one, that, because white nationalism is an unachievable goal, but it is an opinion. And whilst I might disagree with it, because the tenets of white nationalism are obviously deeply rooted in racism, again, we're banning people for opinions, not for things they say or things they do, just things they believe in. And I'm quite uncomfortable with that.
No, I don't like it at all.
Quite uncomfortable.
I don't like white nationalists, white-nationalists.
Yes,
but
you do.
I've just done a video of 20 minutes of me trying to prove I'm a Nazi. No, but
As if, why did people need proof?
but I don't think those people should be banned. I want to know what they're thinking. I want to know why. I mean, ultimately, though, if they're going to be the next school shooter, I'd rather their opinions were out there and so we could talk to them and de-radicalise them.
Yeah.
They don't cease to exist just because you've banned them.
But they're gonna happen anyway. These people, whether they're posting on Facebook or not, like the New Zealand shooter. You know, he was gonna happen, whether he was on a mainstream platform or a very niche platform. He was still going to be a thing. You look very concerned there, Graham.
Well, it's slightly related to this. Chappie has asked, what's your opinion about Paul Joseph Watson leaving InfoWars?
We were just talking about Paul Joe. We had a little, sit around before the show because we had a bit of time. We went through some of the points we want to talk about. And I brought up Paul Joseph Watson because I thought, I don't hear as much from him. I know he's got the Prison Planet Twitter and he's got 1.5 million YouTube followers, but I didn't know he'd left InfoWars. Is he setting up on his own? You're going to have to give us some info because I don't really follow. I was on InfoWars the other night, there wasn't I?
You were.
On Owen Schroyer's show.
We were actually researching Paul Joseph Watson, but not that area.
I didn't know he'd left InfoWars. But he's been with them for like 17 years, hasn't he? Yeah, but I was on InfoWars on Owen Schroyer's show. Didn't get to talk about the Live Leak thing because Owen wanted to talk. I don't mean to me, just to talk.
Yeah. Making his declarations.
Yeah, but he seems like but I got him to agree on air to come on Trigger Warning. So I've been talking to his producer to make that happen. Hopefully we can do it for next week. Get him on live from the InfoWars studio to come on Trigger Warning and have a chat about stuff and things.
Apparently, he hasn't left Infowars. He still sells penis pills.
Yeah, but is that he's still with Infowars, or is it just he gets a kickback on products sold?
Yeah, he could still be, yeah. Smoke Steve has said, I put I Stand With Tommy on my Facebook page after it was like I was day one on Facebook, all my previous history was deleted. So the grammar's a bit odd there, but it sounds like they purged his account, basically.
Would you give us a refresh on the...
Of course I will, yeah.
Thank you very much. That sounds a bit harsh, doesn't it?
I don't believe screen grabs and stuff, but there was a hell of a lot of people with I Stand With Tommy and then the report thing saying this has been removed with no reason, just it violates standards, and it's like, well, what
But I see pricks there that I stand with Hamas. Well, so Tommy Robinson, we've already made it clear on this show that judging by Amazon, Tommy Robinson is actually worse than Hitler.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We know that now, because it's proven, because they sell Hitler's Bucky Wookie on Amazon, but not Tommy Robinson's. So now he's worse than Hamas as well. Or any other fucking terrorist groups people sympathise with on Facebook.
Have you seen in New Zealand, not only is everyone wearing a hijab now, but they're all doing the ISIS symbol? Like a solidarity, like let's normalise being a Muslim. That's what they're calling it. They're saying normalise Islam. And it's like, yeah, but you're normalising the part that
it's not a good bit to normalise.
The slave keepers. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of lovely Muslims, of course there is, but there's that bit of it that's ISIS.
Is that really an ISIS thing, though? Or is it just a general Muslim thing?
I don't know. Apparently that's become,
So I thought it was just, is it to signify there's only one?
There's only one, yeah, but it's caused a bit of a thing with a bit of controversy.
So that's the problem. A tragedy has occurred in New Zealand. And now the social justice warriors will take that tragedy and run with it. And that will definitely happen. They'll milk it for all it's worth. Just as everyone else will, like Turkey are milking the fuck out of it. Showing it in public. But it's, it's great propaganda for the ISIS types. They love that video. They adore that video because they can show it to people to show how terrible the world is to the Muslims. And then more of them can walk around doing that.
Well, and then what about the videos of like the fucking Prime Minister? Look, we've got her now. We've got her just wearing the garb, wearing the hiding her shame, and all the police have been wearing it and everything. And it's like, that's literally a symbol of oppression. Like, how are you? But
the hijab isn't part of the religion, is it? It's part of the culture.
No, it's not part of the religion.
So if they're saying, well, now why am I even trying to understand SJWs and leftists? There's no fucking point. There's no point, because it'll just hurt my head, Graham. It'll hurt my head, and the vein will start. The vein will start here, and it's not good. I don't understand them. I don't understand them at all. Leftists are just dreadful, terrible. It makes no fucking sense. It's beautiful. They all turned up to the memorial, all different face, creeds, colours. Brilliant. But, if dreadful thing to contemplate. If there was a shooting at a synagogue here in Manchester, I don't tend to go to memorials or things like that, but if I did, I wouldn't feel the urge to dress like a Jewish person.
A little yarmulke.
A little yarmulke on you. If you go in the synagogue, that's a respect thing, isn't it? That's what they do.
I would do if they were at the door saying,
if you went in, but not when you're out in the street. They don't. Why do you require that?
I might get one. Be good for the just the right size for me, a little bald spot. That.
There you go. Just glue it down.
Might convert.
You can probably get pretty fancy ones, can't you? You can probably get fancy ones. Let's have a look here. eQuick says 680 people killed because they were infidels in the last 3 months. No one fucking cares about that. Mate, you can't play that game. You've got to be so careful playing that game. We care more because it's happened in a Commonwealth nation. How many people have been killed in the Middle East for all kinds of fucking stupid reasons? Wrong kind of Muslim. A Christian, a Jew. You can't play that game. I understand why the focus is on New Zealand, because Commonwealth country, Western civilization, we're going to pay more attention to that, and it's going to be milked to fuck. Because had it been a mosque full of people in Afghanistan that was shot up, which happens quite frequently, no one would care. No one would care. The media, like the New York Times, who were asking me, does Live Leak attract more people from the right? Kept saying conservatives, because the far right makes you sound like, you know, a white supremacist, doesn't it? That's what it used to mean, far right. Conservatives. And I was like, of course it does. And the more social media platforms push conservatives away just for being conservatives, we'll probably see more of that on LL. It's just how it is. It's just the way it works. This constant demonisation and bullshit's driving me fucking insane. Just going to get annoyed again. It's just no good. It's no good. Can you give us another refresh there, Graham, before I move on to the story I should have moved on to 10 minutes ago, but didn't. There we go. G.I. Joe just doesn't like Muslims at all, full stop, for some reason. Oh, I know why. He's fucking mental, that's it. Fuck the people in mosques. I wonder why there's no world peace. Hates Muslims, never fucking met one. Never met one. Watch some ISIS videos on the internet. Fuzz Logic says the Christchurch video is sketchy as fuck. Magazine already on the floor. It wasn't. He dropped the fucking thing. He even mentioned it later. Don't be a mental. Don't be mental. I don't often offer advice, but here's a little bit. Stop being mental. Don't believe things. Watch it if you must. But don't just... I don't get it. People have convinced themselves they've seen this, Graham. They've convinced themselves. So even if you show the video, no one believes what's in the fucking thing. Unreal. Borgia says a real Christian will never hate a Muslim. Well, that's the problem with religion. It sets up an unachievable ideal and then wraps itself in general bigotry and looking down your nose at everybody else because they're human beings. That's the way it goes. Dysfunctional Cramp says Hillary has a limp pussy. Just thought I'd put that in there. Should probably think about that one. Shish Kebab has an opinion. Fantastic. Uncle Rucker says, I have known a Muslim for 5 years and they are really horrible in private. Well, that's it then. Case closed. A Muslim. A horrible... Of course there's fucking horrible Muslims. There's horrible everything. Horrible Muslims, horrible Jews, horrible Christians, horrible atheists, horrible everything. People are fucking horrible in general. You know, religion should be kept in the home. It shouldn't. But, you know, it's never going to happen because everyone thinks they're fucking right. So what can you do? Right, let's crack on a bit. The EU. Oh, the lovely, lovely European Union over there in Brussels. They've just passed what used to be known as Articles 11 and 13. I believe 13 is now 17. Article 11 deals with the link tax, where if you show even a snippet from a website, you know, like we used to do with links, where it shows the snippet, so you get the headline, and we snip, gotta pay. Some media outlets are celebrating this without realising they'll never be linked to again. Why would they? So, but the link shortening companies are going to experience a large uptake in traffic, I would imagine. That's dodgy enough, but worse still is what was Article 13. This was done in the name of copyright protection to protect the rights of copyright holders. That's what people tell me all the time. Why would you object? It's for the good of the copyright holders. Except it isn't. What it's doing is putting the onus completely on all platforms to screen every upload for copyright material. Any kind of copyrighted material. Every single upload must be pre-screened. Hard enough for a small site. Nightmare for a medium-sized site because just the software alone. But for something like YouTube, practically impossible. But they're going to be forced to do it. Now, the big part is, of course, this won't help copyright holders at all because most copyright sharing doesn't actually happen on YouTube. But regardless, what this does is gives the EU a mechanism to exert further control upon the net. And everyone says, oh, your tinfoil hat's showing. No, this is what the EU do. It's a creeping process. It's going to become a federal superstate. They're going to want more control. We had the British Prime Minister saying he'd like to outlaw conspiracy theories. Do you really think he's alone in that? Come on, the EU want to put speed limiters on cars, automatic ones, linked to GPS, so they know where you are and limit your speed for the road you're on. And people are going, that's brilliant. That'll save hundreds of thousands of lives. Yeah, except it won't, because speed is usually a contributory factor to these accidents. But, you know, hey, it's got to be great. You've got to support that. Yeah, that'll be super, so you can't overtake safely anymore, because your car will only go the speed limit. And not only add to that, how long before they start telling you how many miles a week you're allowed to drive? Oh, sorry, you can't use your car today. You've used your allotted amount because of pollution and things of that nature. I don't know what they'll do with electric cars. Probably come up with something similar to make us all more healthy and productive for the fatherland. Oh, the EU, sorry. And they're working on this shit really hard. And you know what's really despicable? Really, genuinely despicable about... Despicable. I knew I shouldn't have drank all that before I came on. What's really despicable is that some MEPs have complained that they were tricked into voting to pass the legislation. See, what apparently happened was, during the session, they do a lot of voting, because MEPs are literally just rubber stampers. That's what they do. They just rubber stamp shit that's handed down from the executive. And if they say no, it goes back again, comes back slightly altered, and then they rubber stamp it. That's how it works. Okay? Laws are come up with in secret and proposed from on high, and they get authorised. So during this day of many, many votes, they changed the voting order during the session. So MEPs had the list of things they were voting for. Yes, yes, no, 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 yes, yes, no, no, no. And they changed them so people voted yes to something they wanted to vote no for. And when the MEPs complained afterwards, they were told, yeah, you're right, we shouldn't have done that. We should not have done that. Okay, you can change your vote, but it doesn't change the outcome. So they've admitted it's wrong. They've let the MEPs change the vote, but it doesn't change the outcome. It's decided. Now, it has to go out to all the member states of the EU to see how they deal with it. Hopefully Poland will kick it to the curb. The UK won't. The UK will just embrace it, because the UK is looking desperately at ways of controlling the internet. Full stop, including, as we spoke about on the podcast, passing the porn pass. Marvellous piece of legislation, this. If you want to look at internet, you have to go and buy a pass from the newsagent or something. I would like my wank token, please. And they're putting that in the hands of the BBFC, the British Board of Film Classification. They're the guys that decide what certificate a film should have, what rating a film should have. But as a bonus, they also get to ban films so that adults cannot choose the fiction they want to watch. Best of all, even better of all, best of all, is that they're actually a privately funded organisation, so they make money from charging companies to certify films. And then they'll send them back to make cuts and charge them again, creaming it in with the power of law. It's very good. And if people are too young to remember, the BBFC were the ones with the direct public prosecutions, did all the whole video nasties thing, and in that era, people were imprisoned in the UK for fictional films. Fictional films. Like The Evil Dead, Zombie Flesh Eaters, Prison, Cannibal Holocaust, Cannibal Ferox. God, the list goes on and on and on. But yeah, that's where we're living. The UK is desperate to clamp down on the internet, and the EU is desperate to help. It's very nice. Cooperation. If anyone in the States is feeling smug, you know that net neutrality thing that everyone says is just an Obama commie scheme? If you lose that, you're going to lose shit as well. Fight it. Fight it all the way. All of it, because it's not a commie scheme. Don't listen to people like fucking Alex Jones or any of the corporate shills. Net neutrality is essential to the internet. Article 1113 are probably going to help start the death knell over in the EU. Don't emulate the EU. Not in America, for fuck's sake. Come on. Here in the UK, we got an uphill battle. They're going to try and block us from doing anything, basically, if they can. So yeah, Articles 11 and 13 in brackets 17. The beginning of the end for the internet, added to everything else, like the leftists attacking advertisers everywhere and just general fucking hell. It's the beginning of the end, guys. How do we fight against it? We won't. We won't. People will just sit at home and just type shit, and there's nothing much we can do. So we just got to see if we can enjoy the ride and see where we go. Have we got any emails, Cherry?
We have.
Oh my word!
Just the one. Aphid The Live Leak show gets twice as many views as Trigger Warning. The shows are nearly identical. I know you don't want to use your weight to promote Trigger Warning, but maybe a video of Hayden pushing the show would go a long way.
Maybe, but I'm happy. I'm more than happy.
Hayden.
More than happy. If you know what, if 50 people watched it, I'd be over the fucking moon. It's fine with me, you know. I don't have any grand pretensions at the moment to push it much harder. We'll see. It's like I say. I mean, I'm amazed. The people that do watch it, it fucking stuns me. So, you know, I'm all right with that. I mean, one of our big downfalls we've been told by other people is we don't promote properly or hard enough, but we just do this because we enjoy it. You know, it's not a big willy waving competition for numbers and stuff. I just really, really enjoy it. Fab991 says, Hayden, you're getting old. Well, yeah, but it's better than getting dead. I didn't know I looked considerably older than last week. Well, there we go.
I got a load of comments for you. Travis1991 says that Evil Dead 1 is a classic.
It is nailed on fucking classic.
Mr. Kill C1 on the Trigger Warning TV says hashtag Graham is a racist. That's a highlight. There's a lot of people calling me racist on the live room tonight. Fano wants to know about Australia and Live Leak being banned.
Yeah, I think there's still a couple of ISPs that have got a shit can down that part of the world, Australia, New Zealand, but most seem to be coming around to the idea that we're okay.
Bearable.
For now.
We shall tolerate them for a...
Didn't shit can Facebook, though, did they?
No. They probably got them in for a lovely meeting. Nice coffee. Biscuits.
Yeah, I didn't get any fucking biscuits.
Hayden has said, I like...
Hang on, with the biscuits?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Bastards.
Yeah, it was a biscuit meeting, Hayden. It wasn't a
Dirty, rotten bastards.
The best sort of meetings, then.
Hayden doesn't have biscuit meetings. He doesn't get sent for those. He gets the biscuitless ones and he hosts them. Hayden's boss says, I like my nation and some consider me white.
Banned on Facebook.
That's it. You're done. Gone, mate. Sorry about that. I'll sort that out after the show. Sean wrote something, but it just says this comment has been censored due to the European Union's copyright law.
There we go. Shouldn't have copied someone else, then.
Yeah, there you go. Nick said good evening.
Good evening.
Apparently, Natalie's updated saying that Paul Joseph Watson is talking about starting his own YouTube or Live Leak wannabe.
Good luck to him.
Neil said, Hola, any chance of posting Trigger Warning on YouTube after streaming?
Yes.
Yes, I did reply in the chat and said, yeah, as of this week, it'll definitely.
There are
be
some changes coming for Trigger Warning. For sure, we're going to change the way the show is a little bit, just to freshen it up a bit. As soon as I get a bit of time, I'm really fucking hammered. I was talking to Graham, I can't do this for much longer. Yeah. He's fucking brutal at the moment, but as soon as there's a bit of time, we want to do stuff with Trigger Warning. We're going to get Graham's new show up and running. And there'll be more stuff released in between the shows and things of that nature. So I'm really looking forward to getting on with that as soon as there's some time.
I know. I got here super early today, but it still wasn't time, was it? It's like by the time we actually stopped and went, oh god, it's like 13 minutes to air.
At least we got to sit down and have a chat about the show before the show, so that was nice.
And find out who funds who.
Yes.
We've been answering that question, haven't we? Happy Dog said only 3 more wank days left.
Till what?
Well, till the new law comes in.
Oh,
it's really close, isn't it? Because it's April 2nd. That's
the porn law?
Yeah.
You know it won't fucking work properly.
They better not.
Nothing ever works. Do you remember when they did that thing where they said you had to opt in to seeing adult content? I was on the phone to BT straight away. Hello, yes. I want access to adult content, please. Do you know what they said? You didn't really have to do that. Could have just done it online.
I wanted to, though.
I wanted to talk to you.
I wanted you to hear me.
I want to tell you what I'm going to watch.
I might do that. I might phone up and say the name of the video that's not working and find one that's a bit out there.
Fisting midgets.
Yeah, something a bit creepy. Gruppa Grovi said that Europe is Oceania from 1984. Just torture was not introduced yet. For that, we still need to fly people to US black sites.
I think it's a little more Brave New World than... I said this once thing on Alex Jones. It's more Huxley than Orwell at the moment, because they sell this stuff on the back of a good thing. So yeah, a little more Huxley than Orwell, but yeah, it still works.
Last thing as well, social media, the Hearts are doing very well this evening.
That's what I like to hear.
We've had 9 shares on that as well.
Gruppa Crovey did ask why are the Brits upset about face sitting. I've got no fucking idea. I've got no idea why they want to ban half the shit they want to ban. What has it got to do with anybody? What consenting adults do? That was a strange noise.
That
Loads of strange noises every week.
Just outside the... Yeah, well, at least no one's walking across the the ceiling tonight.
That one sounded like a killer clown.
Well, they're not going to stop me wanking. No, sir. No, sirree. Got me some VPN shit going on. Brexit! Oh, so what's happening with Brexit? Well, I've been following it very closely, as you know, since before the referendum. And I'm going to tell you, I've taken in a lot of Brexit information in the past week, and my expert analysis is that I haven't got a fucking clue what's going on with Brexit anymore. I don't understand. Theresa May keeps coming back with the same deal that nobody wants because it's a terrible, terrible deal. 400,000 people marched to revoke Article 50 in London, but they say it's 1 million. Someone else says it's 2 million. Still no one gives a flying fucking government. They said, we're not revoking Article 50. So 6 million signatures have appeared on a petition on the internet. No one cares. It's not happening. So Parliament, the mother of all parliaments, by the way, the parliament that gave everyone else their idea for democracy, is the House of Commons. They said they were taking over. They were taking control from beleaguered leader Theresa May. They were going to sort this out. And indeed, they did. Just yesterday, they had a series of indicative votes. That means votes that don't really mean much, but it shows that we're doing a bit of something. We're working towards a decision. Indicative votes included revoking Article 50, no deal Brexit, customs union, things like that. A series of votes. All got voted against. Every single one. Every single one voted against. No one could decide what they want. So we were enshrined in law, we were supposed to be leaving the EU tomorrow evening on the 29th of March. We were supposed to just crash out at this bad boy and drive it like we stole it, basically. That's in UK law, by the way. UK law. Because remember, being in the EU does not remove your sovereignty. Does it, Graham? Doesn't take away your sovereignty?
No, sir.
No. Shouldn't get that idea. Doesn't take away your sovereignty. UK law says we leave tomorrow. When does the EU law say we leave, Graham?
They've moved it to April the 12th now.
April the 12th, if we don't get Theresa May's deal through. So, UK law says tomorrow. EU law supersedes UK law. If her deal does go through, we've got until May the 22nd to sort it all out. And then possibly longer. You see, Donald Tusk, we have a picture of Donald Tusk without his makeup on here. There we are, Donald Tusk. Look at him. Look at his little smiley face. Cheeky little fella. He believes we deserve a longer extension because of the millions of people who voted an online petition to revoke Article 50 and the 400,000 that turned up in London. He thinks it's wrong to ignore them. It's wrong. But it's okay to ignore the 17.4 million who voted to leave the EU. You fuck those people. But we shouldn't ignore the right kind of people. The kind of people that want to stay in the EU, you know. Hey, guys, let's get comfy. Let's get rid of that veto thing, okay? Yeah, just pay what you're supposed to pay. No more concessions. No more vetoes. Hey, I tell you what, fuck it. Let's just put all our taxation together. Huh? Military. Let's create, a European superstate. Beautiful. Everyone's supporting Donald Tusk because the Remainers in the UK are under the strange impression that politicians in the EU are somehow different to politicians everywhere else and keep their promises and are really good people only have their interests at heart. Now, Remainers always say that people who voted Leave were gullible, misled, foolish. Pot, kettle, black, I believe. Arrange those however you will. It's a lot of bollocks. It's a lot of steaming bollocks. We've no idea what's going on with fucking Brexit over here. No idea. The country's going tits up. Our parliament couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery. I would say they couldn't get laid in a brothel, but we all know that they can definitely get laid in a brothel. Jacob Rees-Mogg, champion of Happy Dog, horrible upper-class twat who voted against laws which would protect tenants from bad landlords because he's a fucking landlord. That kind of guy. He was always Brexit. He's now said he might vote for May's deal because half a loaf of bread is better than no loaf of bread. No twat is better than limp streak a piss in a tweed fucking jacket, dickhead. What a dreadful thing to fucking say. Honestly, that whole thing's gone. Theresa May has said if you vote for my deal, I will step down as Prime Minister. I will not oversee the next phase of Brexit negotiations. But no date, no anything else. And her deal's probably not going to go through because the DUP, they're not going to vote for it. Because you get the backstop, you get the breaking up of the United Kingdom with the customs thing. So it's not going to. I don't know what we're going to do. I've got no idea where we're going, what we're doing. All the FBPE, Follow Back Pro Europe guys on Twitter are just sat around in their little bubbles, pulling each other's plonkers, saying, revoke it, fuck the people, everyone wants to stay anyway, everyone wants to stay. Getting bored now. It's not even exciting anymore. It was exciting. I hope we crash out with no deal because the tears will be fucking delicious. Salty and nutritious. We've got any emails there, Cherry?
We have. One off Smoke Steve. Hey guys, assuming that the UK leaves the EU in 1 year, what would the main differences be, and would it be better or worse for the country? Part 2, will the UK leave the EU or not? Part 3, with the deal or without? Thank you.
I think there'll be a period where it'll be very difficult, but we're already labouring under ridiculous austerity implemented by our government and backed fully by the EU. So no, it's not going to be easy. Nothing's ever easy. It's not a land of milk and honey, It's a difficult transition and times ahead. Long term, yes, I genuinely believe we're better off outside of the European Union. And I don't dislike Europe, apart from maybe Belgium, France, maybe. Don't like France very much. But I don't dislike Europe. The idea of an EU is brilliant. It's a lovely idea, but it just can never work because people are involved in different countries and really old cultures that just don't like each other very much, no matter how people skirt around this. There's old enmity there. But I do believe we'll be better off outside of Europe eventually. And will we leave? I don't know. Do you know what? I just don't know. Can't be more honest than that, can you? How are we looking on the social, Graham?
Happy Dog has said, Mog has disappointed me more than meeting Graham. No, thanks for the shade.
He really
there,
let
mate.
you down, didn't he, Happy Dog? He really let you down.
I did scratch my balls in his face for a long time, and then I looked up, he was disgusted. Cup of Tea said, should have got Trump to do the deal.
Yeah. How's his wall coming on?
Tasty Eggnog said, Corbyn will sort it.
Corbyn. As much use as a chocolate fireguard, that prick. Terrible anti-Semite as well.
Fab991 said, I hope Albania joins the EU soon so I can start complaining to leave like everybody else.
What, is that his red line?
No, I'm assuming it's because he's from Albania and he just wants to get in on the misery party.
Just move to one of the European countries and get straight at it, dude.
Fucking misery.
Yeah.
Chappie said, told you peeps 2 years ago that Brexit won't happen. The EU is like Mordor. And Fano agreed with him on that.
Okay. Shinjin's just asked me if I have a view on the Dutch election results. I don't know what they are. So currently I don't, I'm sorry. By the way, if anyone wants to Skype in, it's live at triggerwarning.tv. Do Skype in, have a chat. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Graham looks like he was getting confused again there for a moment.
No, I'm all right. I'm quite happy. I'm really enjoying tonight. I don't know what it is. I've got a weird serenity over me.
Probably that smooth start that we heard.
Yeah. Real live person has joined, said, what's up, my small world? I watch when I can.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Can't see much going on there at the moment. Right, so that was Brexit fixed. Since our last show, the Mueller report, Mueller, whatever, finally turned up. We don't really know what's in it yet, but just based on an appraisal of it, man, it's been fucking beautiful. The left have been horrified, screaming, rending clothes. So sure were they that there was collusion with Russia. They were convinced, no doubt helped along a little by CNN, who were very convinced that the report would be full of collusion and Trump would be gone in a matter of weeks. I'm still amazed that anyone believed there would be a great big smoking gun in the Mueller report. Although, to be fair, we don't actually know what's in it. But the outpouring of grief, it's almost as if millions of people lost a beloved grandparent. When it came out, there'd be no more indictments or anything like that. Yes, it didn't find collusion. It did find some naughty people. And it didn't take that long compared to previous ones. And it's had a return. It's had a return on the investment, regards fines and things of that nature. And it's got Roger Stone in a bit of bother at the minute, which, you know, I don't know the guy, but it seems okay to me. But the tears have been outstanding on the internet, screaming, shouting, complaining. On the flip side of things, the Donald has been having a whale of a time. An absolute whale of a time. Saying that he's been completely exonerated of everything, all wrongdoing. And, you know, the report's a big nothing burger and everything's great and everything's wonderful. Of course, it hasn't exonerated him of everything at all. We don't know what's in there yet until it's released, if it's released, and how redacted it is when it's released. But I'm fairly sure there's no Russian collusion in there. So obstruction of justice, maybe then go for that. He'll probably end up getting caught on taxes, but only after he's already out of office. I've just been enjoying the ride. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. People were so convinced that it was going to be in there. They were sure, damn it. Mueller was going to get him. Mueller didn't get him. Sarah Sanders, though, has been coming out screaming about treason. We don't have a picture of Sarah Sanders at the risk of sounding misogynistic and sexist. She's it's the sleepy eye thing, and she's a proper ugly bastard as well. And I forgot to get a picture of her. I'm just making excuses now. Other ugly people are available just in case anyone's offended, in case you're a fat ugly bastard with a sleepy eye. You know, it's fine. There are many ugly Democrats. Hillary. Maxine Waters. She's not very attractive, is she? What's that one that's not been seen since she got ill?
Are you talking about Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Has she turned up yet?
I don't know.
Have they rolled her out yet? Because I don't know what's going on there. That's really fucking weird.
She has been back at work, but there's not been as many photos as I would have liked. I mean, she's there, but I'm just enjoying this conspiracy theory. It's great.
I love a conspiracy theory. You really, really do. Really, really do. But it's difficult to talk about treason. Because if it's treason to accuse your president of things, you birthers have got a fucking big problem ahead of you, because didn't that happen a lot with Obama? He's this, he's that, he's the other, he's the shill of this one, that one, the other one, he's Kenyan, all this stuff, and the investigation was a witch hunt. Well, wasn't there that big investigation into the Clintons before they even managed to get into the Clintons, like they went into power together? Bill Clinton, though, before they even went into power. Yeah, these things do happen. I think you've got to be careful with the rhetoric before you get too excited, because that shit's got a habit of lashing around a bit. As many leftists on the internet are finding out now that people they like are getting shit canned for being naughty, because, shit always comes back and bites you. Always comes back and bites you. There you go. Floyd Pinkerton says, better watch what you say, Hayden. The mods are watching. I have no idea what you're talking about. Nothing I've said has broken the rules. What a strange person you are. What's that? Fingerburn50 says, I blame Alex Jones for what? G.I. Joe is the perfect example, actually. Obama was an illegitimate Muslim bastard from Kenya who is married to a transsexual. Wow, where would we be without a straight thinker like you, dude? I feel bad. I can't even be as horrible to G.I. Joe as I used to be, Graham.
I've noticed, yeah.
I just feel bad. I really, really feel bad for that. Because I really want to.
There's only so many times you can tip someone out of a wheelchair before the guilt sets in.
I mean, I know he's okay because we've had a chat in private and he takes it as it is, but I still feel bad just in case he's having a really bad fucking day. And I don't want to add to it, but he's just said that everything he said was fact. It's not a fact! Just because you can hear it inside your own head, it's not a fact, you mad... Sorry. They're all going on there. Who would bang Monica Lewinsky? 90% of you in there, just for the fact that she's a lady and would let you, would have the sex with Monica Lewinsky. My wife wouldn't allow me to. If you're single, yes you would. Yes you would. You pretend you've got standards, but you're all sat there in piss-stained underpants, eating Pringles, pretending you're like some kind of fucking super dude on the internet. Really, you're the same miserable, rotten shut-in as the rest of us. Totally, you would have the sex with her. All kinds of the sex. I just nearly said something really wrong. I'm just gonna pull back from that one. I wanted to say that as well. I can't. My wife, we didn't watch it. This new documentary on Madeleine McCann and all that. She said, well, if you watch it, you could talk about it on the show. And I can't talk about that on the show. Not allowed, because the temptation just to say bad things for the sake of it. But they sue you. They fucking have you. We've only got 5 minutes to go. Any emails there, Cherry?
No, that was it.
Good, that'll do. How are we looking on the social, Graham?
Not too bad. Someone's Neil's asking why we don't have Super Chat on. Easy coin, apparently.
I don't think we've got enough subscribers.
Yeah, don't you have to have
do you know what? We've been really lax. We've never promoted it. We've never pushed it. We've never done all the little things we're supposed to do. And we will be getting on that, I promise.
Borgia's asked if it is allowed to say gay in the UK.
Yeah.
That's word for word what was asked. Are you allowed to say it, basically?
Gay, yes.
Yeah, we can say gay, yeah.
In what context? If you just call anything and everything gay, the SJWs get all upset, but you're still allowed,
Fano said that Mueller is a piece of shit.
Why is everyone so down on him? He did his job, didn't he?
It seems like he was just doing his job. I mean, I don't know what else. I mean,
maybe Fano's got a thing for Roger Stone.
It would have been in his interest.
He wants a creepy daddy. I want a creepy daddy. Really creepy daddy.
It's right in my ear, man.
Right in my
Ooh.
The thing is, it sounds like it's behind me because it's just the one. Tasty Eggnog said the best thing about Bluetooth headphones, I can hear Hayden whilst peeing.
Hey, perfect. Shish Kebab says Hayden is gay. That's allowed, apparently. Shish Kebab masturbates while he thinks about me, you dirty fucking Bulgarian bastard. He has an extra bit of goulash and nips off to have a wank thinking about this dreadful, grey-bearded, bald Englishman. You have very specialist tastes, sir. But who am I to judge, Graham? Who am I to judge? The Eastern European peasants have to wank too.
They do. We've had confirmation then that somebody touched their penis whilst we were live on air. At least
Not
one
the
person.
first
They
time.
were having a piss, though, weren't they?
Yeah, but they actually touched their wee-wee whilst listening to Hayden.
We've all done it.
Mr. Kill C1 really enjoyed the Mueller report. It was like 2016 all over again.
He's not seen the Mueller report.
No, but
The scenario
fallout.
was fucking beautiful. It was beautiful because this time you really wondered, like, what were they expecting? What were they expecting? What did they think was going to come out of this? And then I realised they really thought it was going to, like, just one of them. Out! They thought that's how it was going to go.
It was their jobs as well, man. I mean, CNN, MSNBC have tanked ratings-wise.
CNN really, really jumped the shark, though, didn't they? MSNBC, who fucking cares? But CNN really jumped the shark with this. Way too much. The desperation.
Some tosser would really like you to know that he'd probably fuck Nancy Pelosi.
That's because you're a bloke. Proper bloke. He knows. He knows. And he holds a goal.
Neil has said, any news on Mr. Bryant's Horror Fest?
Hang on. June the 30th. I don't know what's on. I know Miracle Miles playing and Steve Jarnett's coming. That's going to be down in Wales. I was at the first Black Sunday. I used to hang out with the guys for a few more of the Black Sundays. And Malcolm, the other creator of Black Sunday, is probably one of my best friends. In fact, he is my best friend. You know, he's like family virtually. But yeah, it's June the 30th down in Wales. I don't know if I'm going yet. I'd like to, but the film starts at 11, or the festival starts at 11. And I'd probably be asleep for 12. So I don't know whether to go and sleep at a cinema in Wilmslow or sleep in my own bed. I've not decided yet. I'd like to go, though. Be nice to see Dave again. I've not seen Dave Bryant for years.
We could,
A lot of the fandom guys will be there too. I've not seen a lot of them for a long time.
we could medicate Hayden,
Medicate?
just like the old days.
What, Pro Plus?
Yes.
That's exactly what I mean.
Literally.
I can imagine sat in a cinema, it's like, I've got the drugs, we've got poppers. No. Sat there, streaming eyes, banging fucking headache. I'm not enjoying this. It feels very hot, I don't like it.
Bob Stew, who's alive, thankfully.
Well done, Bob.
He said Trump is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, I've never made any secret. I do not like Trump. I think he's a despicable human being. He's destroyed so many businesses. He's awful. But, and I said this time and time again, he's the president of the United States. I can't wish him to fail, because if he fails, the United States fails. And I don't want to see the United States fail, because I think the United States is a fucking awesome country. But Trump is hilarious. And I hope that in the UK, our next Prime Minister is Boris Johnson. We say this all the time on the podcast, and I mean it. Not because I think he'd be good for the country, but because I think we're so fucked, it doesn't matter. So we might as well enjoy it. And I want the Trump-Johnson summit.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh.
We can't go through all this bullshit and not get that.
There's got to be a reward. There's got to be a reward.
Natalie's sending you emojis with hearts flickering around them in every direction.
She knows.
And we've not really got time for it now to read all of them, but basically there's been a lot of comments about Jussie Smollett tonight.
Very briefly on Jussie Smollett, we were going to we're running out of time now. As we know, all charges were dropped against Jussie Smollett. Despite the fact that everybody says that he's guilty, from the mayor down to the police officers, for some reason, all charges have been dropped. I don't know why. What he did was fucking stupid and despicable. Even better is this a suggestion from his people that perhaps his attackers wore whiteface. Whiteface. So those two brothers that were built like brick shithouses. And not being racist, couldn't look more African, could they? You know, just proper fucking African warrior shit. Painted themselves white and called Jussie Smollett, what was it, a faggot, and said, this is MAGA country or something. Come on, this is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. Everybody knows he's fucking guilty. Everyone on Twitter is now saying, see, he's proven innocent. No court ever proves anybody innocent. At best, you get not guilty. That's very different from being innocent. But why were all charges dropped? I don't understand.
I don't know. Well, no one knows because it's all been sealed. And people have been banned from talking about it. So we've just had that leaked email from his from the prosecutor saying, should we
just get rid of this?
How can we... No, not directly saying how can we get rid of it, but can you think of any examples in the past where these kind of things have gone away before? It's just like, what? Not that anyone's in trouble. He specifically is fucking
it's
like...
fucking despicable. It
dodgy.
Really is. It's just bent as fuck. Everyone knows he's guilty. He knows he's guilty. But all his supporters and people have, they think it's great. That it proves his innocence. He'll be back on that. What show was he off? Another one I don't watch.
Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. My head's gone blank.
I don't watch. I don't know.
Do you want?
I want to say Boardwalk Empire, but I know that's completely wrong, and I've never watched it.
No, but is it just called Boardwalk though?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's called Empire, isn't it? Of course it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't watch that shit. I'm just gonna watch season 2 of Happy.
Is that out?
Is that tonight?
I think it's tonight.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so unfair because I've got to be up so early tomorrow. I've got such a dreadful day ahead of me tomorrow. It's going to be hell. I want to stay up and watch Happy.
There's one wank I don't mind paying my subscription for. It's going to be awesome.
It's like last night, I did that shit you do where I put It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia on store. I did my usual thing of, watching one episode and 3 will slip past me when I nod off. And why is it you do this to yourself? If you're young, you probably won't understand. But I was sat on the couch, a little bit sleepy. See, your options are just sit up straight and watch the telly. Well, it won't do any harm if I just lie my head in. I could just close one eye. I'll be fine if I just close one eye. Otherwise,
Every night, mate. Every night.
Then you wake up screaming at 3 in the morning because you've contorted into another new fucking shape.
You got one last email?
Go on, give us that email.
Chosen one. Did you hear about a CIA agent that was arrested for breaking into a North Korean embassy in Spain?
No.
No, well, there you go.
Oh, I'll have to have a look at that. Nope, didn't hear about that. Didn't hear about that. Happy Dog, when are you coming back down to see us? I've not seen you for ages. Be lovely to see him again.
Yeah, please. I'd love to see you again, actually. Yeah, I would.
Why do I even put this earpiece on? No one ever Skypes in.
You could just sort of put it in if it was ringing, couldn't you, at this point?
Yeah, it's just habit, isn't it? But yeah, no one ever Skypes in. No one wants to talk to me. It's fine. Fuck you guys. Don't want to talk to you either. Don't like you anyway. Give me a rock says nobody over 30 watches TV anymore. I think it's under 30, isn't it? I think he's got a back to front, but I don't know. But I am looking forward to season 2 of Happy. I really, really am.
I didn't even know that was coming out.
Oh yeah, can't wait. Absolutely fantastic. Happy Dog says he's never coming down until I get rid of Graham.
Okay, thanks for
He's got it in for you.
drawing a red line like that. Oh, he's a Tory though, isn't he? So he'll cross that red line like that. Just tell him we've got cake or something. Fucking down here.
Fucking subservient, fucking four-log tugging bitch. Oh God, I've got to be up so early. It's so not fair. I don't want to get up. Let's see. I'm going to be up about half an hour after you. Yeah, I'd trade days with you tomorrow in a fucking heartbeat, dude. I didn't tell you. I wouldn't know why I've gone to. Yeah. You don't want any fucking part of it. Believe me. Apparently, Happy Dog will come for half a loaf of bread because that's better than no bread.
It is.
Cup of Tea says thanks for not inviting the smackhead back. Bit harsh.
Which one?
I'm not really sure. Let's have a look here. Akakak says up at 4 a.m, bed at 12 a.m, every day. I can see it's doing you the world of good. Some people don't need a lot of sleep. I usually have about 5 hours. That's what I usually get by on. You know,
7 or 8.
once every couple of weeks I can sleep for 7 or 8 hours, but anything like, when you have a proper line, I just feel terrible. Absolutely terrible. G.I. Joe says, Hayden just got a call from the EU headquarters informing him of the fine accrued for this show. Yeah, they phone me all the time, the EU headquarters.
Like my bat phone.
Office of Small Internet Show Fines. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed doing the trigger warning again this week. It was nice. It was fun. I enjoyed that. Terrible start, thanks to Graham, but I really enjoyed the rest of the show. Do join us again next week. We're back at Thursday. We might push the show a bit later if we're getting Owen Schroyer on next week, because he won't be available until about 6 p.m. Central, I don't think. So we'll play it by ear for now. We'll play it by ear. But you can check out more and more trigger warning if you want to. For example, tomorrow evening there's a video featuring Graham being made public. It's already available for our patrons. And we do a podcast live every Tuesday night at 10:30 p.m. UK time, which is then released on Wednesday, and usually extra time is released on a Friday if we've managed to record one and didn't just spend an hour and a half doing the main podcast thing because we got carried away reading things on the internet. So that's every Tuesday. You can hear that at triggerwarning.tv/live or over on Cogent Radio. That's it. We'll be back next Thursday. Do have a great week, and I'll catch you fuckers later. Bye-bye.